not hear it myself. There we are. Right. Should be live now. Right, so yeah, it's an impromptu broadcast. So let's have a quick look. So I've been thinking about Captain Steve's 50 ship challenge, and sort of putting together some kind of a ship for it. So the way the 50 ship challenge works is you shoot the space station and Sentinel ships come out, and then you have to try and survive as long as you can without recharging your shields. So to my way of thinking, the challenge is not really how many ships you can destroy, it's how long you can survive for. So instead of going for a fighter, I thought the logical choice would be to go for a hauler. Now I know Rice has tried this with a hauler before, but I've tried to look for a very specific hauler. So if we have a look at the ship that I've chosen, it's this big yellow thing here, the JS4 Izumadi. So let's hop inside. So the stats on this are actually quite high, and this is specifically an A class that's been upgraded to an S class. So what I've been looking for is a ship that people can go out and get, and they'll be able to upgrade it, and they'll know that they'll get these stats on it. So just like people did with the Explorers, the 181 Explorers, you can do the same thing with any ship. Once you upgrade it from an A class to an S class, you've got guaranteed stats. So then you can go out and look for a specific maximum stat. So on this one, I was looking specifically for shield strength, and then secondarily for damage potential, maneuverability. Hyperdrive range, completely irrelevant to me, because it's not for jumping, it's for fighting. So these stats are actually quite high for this particular class. So for a shield, for a hauler, the maximum damage potential is 132, and I've got a 104, which is a bit rubbish, but we're going to work on that. For shields, which is what I was looking for, the maximum you can ever find is a 264.9. There's a very specific reasoning behind that. So 264.1 is actually pretty high up there. And maneuverability, the max you can get is 250. So 244, it's alright. But really, I was going for the shield stat. So the reason why 2649 is the maximum shield you can get is based on the shield bonus for the hauler. So the class bonus, I think, is 85%. So your shield is calculated as 165 multiplied by 1 plus the bonus times 0.000727. So the maximum shield is actually 264.95, but with the way No Man's Sky works with the rounding, it always rounds down rather than rounds up. So you'll only ever find a 264.9 as a maximum for the shield. But then if you want to find all the other stats maximum, you'll be struggling. So this is about 3 weeks of hunting for this very specific ship that I got the 264.1, and that's the highest I've seen it while I was hunting. So if you want to go out and hunt for a really good shield strength, you can do that, but this is the maximum I could find, and I was sort of constrained by time because I knew that once I got this, then I had to do the upgrading. So I've been working on X-Class modules for this, so it's going to be an S-Class ship, but as much as possible, I'm going for the X-Class tech, and I'm also trying to get the maximum X-Class that I can get. So, tucked away in my technology slot, I've got all these X-Class modules, and these are all really good ones. So we'll work on the shield strength first, and we'll see how high we can push this. So let's move the shield across to here. And the reason why that's not affecting the shield strength yet is that all these modules are overloaded because they're all in the same slot together. So let's move these across, and once they move across, they will start affecting the shield strength. So you can see it already going up. And what we need to do is move these out the way. I can put them in a square in here. So we're concentrating on the shield strength at the moment. Those in there. And we're going to add the blueprint tech, which is this ablative armor. I should have all the bits for it, because I've already built this once. Right, so shield strength is now 456.1. Now if you have a look at these X-Class modules, every one is a 38%, which is maximum for the X-Class module. So I did do a bit of experimenting with moving the ablative armor, so it was in with the actual shield tech. So that's 455, that's 455.5, but if I move it through to here, it's 456.1. So yeah, it is better in that module there. And then for a little tiny bit extra, we can actually install the bobblehead, which I think Null is the one for shields. So pop him in. And he adds 0.5%, so 257.6 should be our maximum shields we can get with this ship. But if you move him about, it doesn't affect anything. So there's no adjacency bonus for having him next to the shield. So we can stick him anywhere really. As long as he's in the ship, we get the 0.5 bonus from him. But really, it doesn't count for much. So let's just move this block over here to this corner. So now the downside we're going with a hauler over a fighter or an explorer or any of those other things is the maneuverability and the speed of movement. So haulers are deliberately designed to have lower maneuverability and lower speed. So what we're going to do is we're going to use X-Class tech and a bit of adjacency and rearranging to try and boost the maneuverability up, to try and get this to a sort of a level where it's on a par with a fighter or an explorer or an exotic. So we're just working off the downside to going with the hauler as your choice of ship. The snag is you can see maneuverability. There's a figure for that. You can look at it, you can mess about, you can alter it, and you can see that stat going up. The speed or boost is a hidden stat, so you can't see that. So you've just got to rely on your knowledge of how the upgrades work as to how you lay it out, and you've just got to have faith that it's actually working. The other thing that I did with this, now this is something that I picked up on. The weapons we're going to use, I'm only going to use the positron ejector and rockets. Hi, Dave. So what I've done is I've broken the photon cannon. So when I'm shooting at stuff, when the positron overheats, it doesn't shift to the photon cannon. It just says photon cannon unavailable, and it just waits for the positron to cool down. So basically, the way I did this was I jumped through the centre of the galaxy with no technology in the general tab apart from the photon cannon, and that's why it's broken. The trouble is it's stuck in this position. I can't move it without repairing it, and if I repair it, then I'll have to break it again. So that's kind of stuck there now. But it makes it a bit easier with fighting, so that I'm not constantly having to switch weapons. So what are we going to work on next? Well, while we're talking about weapons, let's put the positron in place. It's not necessarily going to stay in this exact position, but we'll do the layout for it, and we'll move the blocks about. So now on the weapons, damage potential in ships is a bit weird the way it displays. So what I tend to concentrate on is this number in here, the peak damage potential. So I wonder if I can move these out of the way, and we'll just see what the base damage potential is without any upgrades. The DPS figure. So this is without any upgrades. We're looking at 2,213. So what we're going to do is we're going to move these X-class modules. Now, on these, this isn't a max stat. This is the highest I could possibly get it. There's you can actually get the damage up to 4% instead of 3%. But everyone that I got that got 4% damage didn't have a fire rate or the heat dispersion. So again, this is the time I've had to compromise on this, and we've stuck with 3% damage instead of a 4%. And it's a difference of 1%, but if you think about it, there's 6 modules, so there's about another 6% I could have eked out of this. Let's move the pulse engine over there. We'll put the main weapon tech up there. And again, we'll work in squares. And we want to install the blueprint tech, which is definitely near somewhere. It's a B class. Can't see it, I'm blind. There we are. Fragment supercharger. Got the bits for that as well. So let's have a look. So that boosts range and accuracy, and that's a stat you can't get on these modules. So I'm assuming that they're going to get some additional damage from that. So this has moved that up to from 2,000 up to 44,364. So we'll just need to move that tech across and see if that makes a difference to the number. So that drops it down. What I want to do is put it next to the primary tech and just check. So that's 43. So yeah, I was right. We'll just work in squares. Now there is a bobblehead figure that's supposed to boost your damage. But I have tried installing that. I can't remember which one it is. It's not Apollo. It's not Artemis. It's not Polo. So it's got to be Nada, maybe. But either way, let's just pop it in. Can't remember if it is Nada now. But it doesn't seem to have any impact whatsoever, other than figurine in. So we'll get rid of that. Got back to the exit suit, so we'll be using. So we're going to keep Null in the corner there. He might move about a bit to try and fit things in. So the next thing we're going to work on is speed and manoeuvrability. So, like I say, manoeuvrability you can see, and the pulse engine modules affect that. But the speed or the boost bonus, you can't see that. So there's no readouts to tell you whether it's working or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the modules around. Stop switching the exo suit. So again, we're going with the square arrangement. Move these across. Now, I don't have the photonics core because you can only get that with the day one install of like a pre-order for PlayStation, and I wasn't around on day one, so we're going to put in the instability drive first. Oh, and I haven't got Tritium for it. Darn. I did try and get this all set up in advance. I might have to go and shoot some stuff. Right. But we'll get the other module as well. So this is pulse drive power. And again, I'm not using pulse drive. I'm only using boost. So this is another thing. There is a difference between pulsing and boosting. So, I can't move that now. Let me just dismantle it. I'm going to put the technology that I've got the bits for in that position. And we'll put the instability drive here. And again, this is something that I was looking at. I'm not bothered about the efficiency of the engine. So this only boosts the efficiency. So we can probably assemble a warp core. I don't think we can make Tritium high clusters, can we? I don't think I've got any in the other ships. Right. We'll have a look around and see if we can find that. So for the moment, manoeuvrability is up at 761.7. But just like we did with Null, there is bobbleheads that affect the manoeuvrability. So I just need to switch to the right page on my phone, because I took a screenshot of the layout for this. So this layout is to maximize maneuverability over speed. So there is a different variation on this that you can install to maximize your actual speed. So if you go for speed, I do think I've got a ship that's got the speed layout in it, so I can show you that as well. So I need Gold Trail, and you can see that the adjacent is already there. So I want Rainbow Trail next. I'm leaving a gap in the middle here, and I'll show you what for in a second. So we want Green Trail here. green trail and the red one. And then at the centre of this square, we're going to put Polo, because I think he's the one that boosts manoeuvrability, and Artemis boosts speed, I think. I'm really going to have to check this out again. But so this layout should be boosting my manoeuvrability. So you can see we're up to 828.1 now on manoeuvrability. So we started out at 244. So that's rocketed right up. And we should be able to move this whole thing in underneath the pulse engines. Like that. Make sure I've got my layout still correct. Yeah, that's right. I think. Yeah. And then all I want to do is I want to make it so the pulse engine is touching into that square. So I'm not certain about this, but I'm hoping that should affect that speed stat that I keep talking about that we can't see. I'll put null back in the corner. I don't think we're going to be pushed for space because I'm not doing the full weapon layout on this one. Because really we're concentrating on manoeuvrability and speed. So, the next bit is speed. So let me just have a look at the tech, make sure I've got everything laid out there. So we're missing these little bits for this, and I might swap those two around later on. But I'm going to move the launch thruster across to the main body. I'm going to move these across over here. Stick them in this core. So, at the start, I said I was using X-Class tech. So you'll probably be wondering why I've opted for S-Class launch boosters, and also if this is a space fighter, we're not landing anywhere, why do we need launch thrusters as well? And the reason for that is that the launch thrusters have a boost bonus. So that affects that speed stat that we can't see. And the maximum you can get on an S-Class launch thruster is 10% boost, and the maximum you can get on an X is 10%. But the range of possibles is significantly higher on an X-Class. So there's no point in rolling a higher stat for launch cost and efficiencies and all that kind of stuff if what we're looking for is boost. So S-Class is easier to roll than X-Class. So we might as well go with the S-Class tech just for this one particular module. So I'm going to pop that in there. And we do the square arrangement again. And again, I can't see the boost figure. So we just rely on the fact that this is probably working. So these two extras they don't actually affect the boost figure, but that we're working on this. But they add into the adjacency bonus. So, two magnet resonate short, so I can make those pink sub materials. that's that one. We want to, technology, we want to add in rockets for range attack. We want the technology. So we need some unstable plasma and we need some wiring. Sort that as well. Unstable plasma needs metal plating and oxygen, so we need 2 more. So 2 plasmas. I don't know where they're in my suits. Hang on, I've got to press to build them. There we go. That one. We want wiring loop. I'm going to raid the other ships to see what I've got. Don't think we've got the tritium hyperclusters that I'm looking for. These are nearly all ram-packed full of modules. Got a warp cell there. Let's have that. So this is the ship that I geared up for speed. So you can see the layout here is different to the one that I've used for the hauler. So this is the speed layout. So it just emphasises the speed boost over the manoeuvrability. Well, we didn't have any tritium in there, did we? Nope. No high points, anyway. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to try and buy these, or if there's a way of making them. Right. Got the wiring loom though. That's it. This is my everyday runabout. So this is where all the junk is. No, I haven't got tritium hyperclusters in there either. Right. We'll go back to the original ship. So I might go up to the Black Terminal and can buy some. I think I've got a terminal installed in the ship. Spray it down. I'm just going to pop you on hold for a second while I discuss. Yeah, child interrupted. Yeah. So we've got the warp cell. Let's whack that in there. And we've got the wiring loom. Right, let's jump down. We'll head up to a terminal. See if we can buy these clusters. And if not, we'll go and we'll test the weapons outfit. Now, where would I put used to this new ship layout, but I've still had deleted half of it. There we go. Yeah. Buying it would be too easy. next up, we're going to check. This isn't the No Man's Sky. Let's see if we could actually manufacture these. No, that would be too easy as well. Right. Well, seeing as we've got these upgraded positrons, let's go shoot some asteroids. I'm going the wrong way again. Right. Kill myself good one, just jump out so that could save the way out. Let's go shoot the asteroids, see what we get. We can also pick that speed. I can't even see the speed really out on this. Like we are going faster with all the upgrades installed. So what we're really looking for is an asteroid. There we go. So the default setting would be the rock. Climb the Reaver. Lithium. Not quite it though. That's one. It's, I think we needed 3. Right. Mine ourselves some more. Try and use this sparingly. It just seems to overheat quite when we do get sent out from that. There's another one. Oh look, we've got 4 already. Right. Chuck all this.
Hostile scan detected.
Ah, well there we go.
Warning. Threat detected. Hostile ships approaching.
Looks like we're doing an impromptu test run on this.
Hostile ships deleted.
Go. We should all be laid out and ready to go. Got more stations down. So what we'll do is I'll just yeah, let's not do that. We'll pop them in on the way. I want to get a manual save them. We'll be having it. Do a trail run of the 50 ships. Not in the with manual save points. Let's go to Rendezvous with Rama. This is my building base. When I tested out various ideas, never really finished it. I know it's a safe one, yeah. I know it's a different system because I don't want the freighter port spawned in. I don't want the anomaly spawned in. Was a save point there. Here. Okay. Well, we'll just build a new. Melt plate.
Product constructed.
Right. Saving in progress. Spawn on the bloody top. Get that before we get to the top. There we go. Back to the ship. miles. I'm not sure this is the system I want to do with this in, but we'll as soon as it's up and ready, might as well give it a test run. Got a manual save in the system. Just create the automatic save. And then I want to go into milestones. Milestones, or is it long? No, it's milestones. Journey milestones. And one of these ones, ships destroyed. So that's 1,199. So I think that number keeps going up every time I destroy a ship. So even though I've actually achieved the milestone, we should be able to check how many ships we destroyed. So so from here on out, no recharging of shields. Just gonna shoot the station. Here we come. That's already. Didn't see a single one. Really coming up. Wow, shield down already. I think I definitely underestimated it. Wow, that was terrible.
Technology offline.
Wait for this to complete, and we'll check whether I was right about the numbers. So, 1, 2, 15. So according to that, we destroyed 16 ships before dying. Wow. I'm glad I spent like 3 weeks doing this. Yeah, this has been an immense success. Reload the autosave. And we'll check the numbers again. Make sure we're still at 119. Well, that's not gone well at all. Thanks, Verity. That's very helpful. She's giving me a thumbs up. Wow. So, let's see if that has actually reset. No, 1,215. So that counts as a save point then, which is fine. We'll reload the manual. Well, I'm amazed at how quickly I actually died. This is not going as well as I hoped it would. Especially if I've got to sit and watch for a reboot every time. Right, so let's check that milestone. Let's see if we're back to where we were. 1199. Yeah. Right, so we can get back to the manual save point. Doesn't help that the ship is hot, so we'll just see if we can call it in. Done. All the way back. Yeah. So I'm going to have to choose a better system to do this in. One where I've got a base that's on the planet just below the space station. That's the best option. Crashing into the space station. We've got an autosave again. Go. First thing we do is rile them up. There we go. Up in the November state. It's down already. I can't see where they are. Oh, we're dead. Oh, this is... yeah, this is definitely not going as well as I hoped it would. So, let's see. So, 1226. So, that is 27 that time. I think I'm going to have to do a lot more practicing. Reload manual save. Oh dear. Yeah. Well. I think it's more down to pilot error than it is down to technology and planning. We leave that first. Right. I'll have one more go. And then, yeah, I'm going to do a bit of off-stream practice first. Flying, bit off those eight. What a disaster. So let's see how we did that time compared to the last few times. 1221. So that is an amazing total of 22 ships. Wow. Yeah. Well, I guess that's why he calls it 50 ship challenge. Right, well, rather than sit here suffering humiliation, I'll end the stream off. I'll do some practicing, and then we'll see if we can figure out where I'm going wrong. So, if you have been, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again another time.